Good morning. Today is Monday, March 10th. We have our magazine project presentations coming up at the end of the week. So basically everything needs to be done this week. And that is probably what I'm going to spend majority of my time working on for the next couple of days. I might also have to work on the Ethiopia project when I have time. It's not the most important thing in terms of my studies, but it is a priority because that needs to go off to be printed within 2 weeks. So that needs to be done. Like, there's definitely a deadline and I need to prioritize that in the midst of prioritizing my uni work. So there's a lot going on this week. I'm feeling slightly stressed, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm also feeling excited to just try and get all this stuff done because obviously I enjoy doing it. I think it's fun. I also think I might get on a call with my boyfriend quickly. We're gonna discuss the plans for the summer. Obviously, we do long distance, so it is important that we plan ahead and discuss how we're gonna piece all of these different puzzle pieces together. It's definitely not easy, but I'm hoping that it can be done. But yeah, that is it. Lose it. I don't even have words. I am so done with winter, and this time I really thought it was over. I really thought we were done. Okay, hold on. We can save this. Basically, I just came back from class and I actually ended up staying for another 40 minutes after class finished, which I think was good. I definitely got some things done when it comes to my magazine in those last 40 minutes. Couple of hours, I'm going to head off to uni again to finish working on my magazine. So I did a little bit of a test print yesterday. Sorry, I just need to get these in the right order. Basically, this is my front cover. And obviously I also had my beautiful sister help me with these photos. And I'm so happy with the way that they turned out. And she, obviously being, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful people ever, kind of completed the look that I was going for. Actually, I'll try and show it on my laptop as well. And also this other option for the second spread with the article title being Her Power Needs No Stage. I'm considering maybe making it a lighter pink to kind of emphasize the softness that I want to communicate through this magazine. What this magazine is about, I don't know if I've actually mentioned that. Basically, the title is Kind, and it's kind of playing a bit on the word kind, as in K-I-N-D, because the subtitle tagline thing underneath is She is One of a Kind. And my goal with this magazine has been to communicate that strength is not only the visible, the loud, the career woman, it is the soft, the gentle, the peaceful, the kind. I basically really wanted to emphasize and point out that there is a different kind of power and a different kind of strength in some of those other attributes that are oftentimes downplayed or overlooked or not really focused on. And as someone like myself, I've always been very shy and introverted. And so I know for myself that I would have loved to have something like this, whether it would have been in a magazine or whatever else, but something that told me at a younger age that some of those attributes and some of those things that were just a part of who I was, a little bit more reserved, a little bit more quiet, listening more than I spoke. Basically, that those things were not and are not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength, a different kind of strength, but strength nonetheless. And I actually want to read the 2 texts that I have in this magazine. If you're not interested, you can skip through it. So the body text is AI generated, but in every way possible embodies exactly what I want this magazine to be about. So I'm going to read the first one, which is "Her Power Needs No Stage." And it says, "True strength isn't always loud. It doesn't always stand in the spotlight, demand attention, or announce itself with bold gestures. Some of the most powerful women move quietly through the world, unshaken, steadfast, and deeply rooted in their own sense of self. In a culture that very often equates strength with dominance and success with visibility, the quiet, gentle, and steadfast are often overlooked. We celebrate the outspoken leaders, the ambitious entrepreneurs, the women who break glass ceilings, but what about the ones whose power lies in their presence rather than their volume or visibility? The ones who lead with grace instead of force, the ones whose strength is found in patience, kindness, and quiet resilience. Power isn't just about being in charge of a boardroom, speaking on a stage, or making headlines. It's also found in the woman who listens before she speaks, who moves with intention rather than urgency, who chooses softness in a world that often rewards hardness. It's in the mother who nurtures, the friend who offers a safe space, the woman who walks away from chaos and gossip instead of engaging in it. This kind of strength doesn't need validation. It doesn't seek approval. It doesn't require an audience. It exists in the stillness, in the small moments, in the quiet decisions that shape a life. To be soft in a world that tells women to be tough is a radical act. To embrace stillness in a culture obsessed with movement is a statement of strength. Power does not always need a stage. It exists fully and completely in the women who know that strength and softness are not opposites, but one and the same." And I love everything about that text. Even if it's AI generated, this is something that I sometimes need to hear even today. But I would have loved to hear this when I was younger, in my early teens, early 20s. And then the second one, which is slightly shorter, but the title for this one is "Soft is Strong," and it says, "Not in spite of its softness, but because of it. Strength is not only force, it is resilience, grace, and quiet endurance. It is the ability to bend without breaking, to hold space without demanding it, to move gently and still leave a mark. It is the patience of what," this is so beautiful, "it is the patience of water shaping stone, the quiet persistence of roots breaking through concrete, the steady presence of the moon pulling the tides. Softness is not weakness. It is a different kind of power, one that does not seek to overpower, but to sustain, to nurture, to transform. True strength is knowing when to yield and when to stand firm, when to speak and when to listen. It is a gentle force that endures, shaping the world in ways both seen and unseen." So I just wanted to read those texts out loud for anyone that might hear that and go, "Oh, actually, thank you. I needed to hear that." Because I needed to hear this when I was younger.